Unfortunately, it's like death. It's not something people want to talk about, but unfortunately, as the statistics tell us, divorce is on the rise. In 2017, for example, there's over 100,000 divorces. We're finding that biggest increase in divorcees is the over 50s, which obviously has serious implications with retirement only a few years away. Because obviously when people get divorced, the most pressing thing I think on is, where am I going to live? How much income do I have? Who's going to look after the kids? How much of your assets am I getting? But what they don't tend to think about is the longer term, the retirement. What am I going to live on in retirement? And you can find that pensions can be one of the largest assets after the main residence when you're looking to split it. Now, depending on where you live in the UK, pension law is slightly different. If you're in England, Wales or Northern Ireland, the whole value of your pension gets thrown into the pot. Whereas in Scotland, it's only the pension you've accrued during the marriage. And also, so it's very important that the pensions get valued either at the date of separation or actual date of divorce. There's three main ways of the pensions are split on a divorce. You have what's known as a pension sharing order, where basically the pension is valued, it's chopped in half, and you get half each, or whatever percentage you agree. The second way is what's known as a pension attachment order, or pension earmarking, where the ex-partner is entitled to 10, 15, 50% of your pension, and they effectively become a member of the scheme with you. The issue with that is you have to keep in contact with your ex-partner, you have no control over when benefits are taken, so whoever originally owned the pension controls when they take benefits, in what form, etc. Whereas a pension sharing order, you have your own pot, you can make your own decisions. The third way, which tends to be more common, is what sort of pension offsetting. You've got a pension worth £500,000 and you've got a property worth £500,000, so the ex-partner might get the property and you keep the pension. So that's a more common way of establishing the splitting of a pension in divorce. But with anything, it's important that you get professional advice early and throughout the process, so you understand where you stand and what your options are. And that's what Audley are here to help you with. Someone sort of in the process of getting divorced, obviously they'll have appointed a solicitor usually to work for them, or they're going through a mediation. So what you first need to do is establish the value of the pensions. So how much is each of your pensions worth? Is it a simple money purchase scheme where there's a fund value, so it's quite easy to ascertain a split on that? Or is it a more complex final salary scheme, which is a promise of an income at some point in the future, which is more difficult to value and potentially is more valuable than a pot of money? Pensions is almost like the last thing on the list, because they know the value of the house, they know the value of savings and investments, and so they're the immediate things that, and sort of, if they've made the decision to get divorced, giving up a potential income at some point in the future because the pension income is not something that's tends to sway them one way or another. In terms of divorce, it's more about having a better understanding of how much the overall estate or pot is to divvy up. Pensions and divorce is a complex and distressing time for most people, and it's something that we've found an increasing number of people have approached us to help them in this area.
If you wish to talk to an independent financial advisor, call 0203 440 4165 or visit us on our website www.audley-am.com.